I think it threw me that I couldn't right, share. Okay. I couldn't jump on when I thought I could. Okay, I'm going to show you. This is going to come up tomorrow in the Dream. Can you see my screen? Hopefully you can. The Dreamcatchers business group. And this is how it is at the moment. I am Katie Cole after she was on the Vietnam trip with me. Not that we got too much time to actually speak because she had 5 kids. So she had her partner. We had 47 children on that trip. So and there was a lot of downtime, thankfully, because I was ill for 2 of the 5 days. I was basically in my hotel room. Beautiful place to be ill. But yeah, so I didn't see much of Katie, and she was so busy with the 5 kids. But she said to me at the end, she said, "I'm going to message you," and so she wants to update and do it. And I've just right now I'm calling it navigating MTHFR, but MTHFR. But the feedback was so popular. And I forget this. I went on this trip thinking I didn't know many people, and she had I think 11, or Kylie Bryant and her had like 11 of their team on it, and people were coming up to me going, "Hi Meredith," and I'm like, "Do I know you?" And they remembered me from the MTHFR video. So she wants to update it. So that's what's going to be coming in June. And we're doing our immune system upgrade Zoom class, which I will be running through soon as well. That's our strategy, right, that we're doing as a group. Rachel, you weren't with us. Were you with us for the? Oh, yeah, of course you were. What am I saying? Yes, you were. Forgive me. I'm having a moment. So we're going to be doing that, and in July, Maria Aurora. We were sitting together on the last night of the trip, and um, my presentation actually, I was quite surprised at the reaction, to be honest, from people. Even corporate talked to me about it and just went, okay, everybody's talking about it. And Maria Aurora said to me, can you do it for my team? So I'm actually doing the same presentation I'm going to do tonight for you that I did in Vietnam. And she wants me to do it privately for her team. And she said, if you can do that, I'll do one for you. And I'm like, great. So in July, the topic is yet to be announced. She and I are discussing that. We have not, I haven't worked out, we haven't got times off Katie or her yet. They are insanely busy women, Maria Aurora particularly, insanely busy. So it will be Thursday evening. I can't tell you what time yet. I'm hoping it'll be 7:30 our time, or 8, which is 6:30 her time. Oh, hang on, 5:30, 2 hours before. It all depends on when she finishes work in her clinic and can make it work. So this has taken, I'll tell you both, with Katie and Maria, about 4 days of messages to get it down to these dates. We haven't even got times yet. But that's going up. So please make a note of that when you see it. And the different color coding. And I haven't again got a time. It'll be, I'm hoping, Sunday afternoon, the 15th of June. But I will let you know. Okay. Are there any questions about anything there that you see?
Yes. Can
Yeah.
I, yeah, can I just say, so is the immune system upgrade the 15th of June and also the Katie Cole one the 15th of June?
Oh, sorry. No. Okay. That's my brain today.
Cool.
No, it isn't. That should be the 22nd, I think, of June. Thank you for picking that up. Right.
That's okay. I'm putting it in my calendar right now. Yeah,
No,
22nd
thank
is
you.
the
No, it is
Sunday.
not the same day. I I think it's
Cool.
sorry, hers. I think Katie should say the 22nd of June. Um,
All right. That makes more sense. Yeah.
yes, sorry, hers should say the 22nd of June. Thank you so much. My brain today. Holy moly. Okay, so it's 22nd of
No
June.
worries.
See, this is why I show it to you, so you guys can pick up my mistakes. Okay, great. So I've got to change that. Okay, so that is done. All right. Um, next thing too, if you can see me, can you guys see me? I can't even see myself, which is a bit annoying. Um, GoPro. I have not done a book club all year, and I can't remember the last time I did a book club, but this I did a number of years. I have done 1 or 2 of these, and they have been very, very, very successful. This is one of the top books that any person starting out can get. This helped me enormously. This helped me build to silver. So it's by Eric Worre. They cost $10 each if you don't have one. I have a few left. But I'm going to run this in July. It's going to be a 4-week, like literally divided into 4. It's very doable to read in 4 weeks. But we're going to kick this off on the 1st. And I wanted to just put this out there to you ladies. I'm looking at the thing because we've got 4 weekends. And what I would like to do, I'm away the first week, but I'm going to take it with me, is actually run a half an hour book club call, only half an hour each week. Like you read it, and then that weekend we'll be discussing the chapters that you will have read, and there will be actions, right? It's not just reading it. You're going to be putting into action what you're going to be learning. And I'm looking at a Saturday morning Zoom. Say, and I know you probably go, no, I don't want to, I want to sleep in. But our brains, I've been thinking about this, our brains are actually more alert at that time in the morning. So what are our thoughts about that? Possibly like, I don't know, 7:30 in the morning for a half an hour book club call on Saturdays in July. I'm just looking at it. Have a think about it. Anyway, so that's the idea. Has anyone not got this book yet that is keen, that is interested? Okay. Andrea, I've got one for you. Okay, cool. Because it is fantastic. So we're going to be doing that in July anyway. And that's something you can invite people to. And I'll talk about more than that. So right, I've covered that. All right, some new resources I want to show you before we go into, hang on. Let's move that. So in our boards app, I'm going to show you what has been uploaded.
Sorry,
yes,
Meredith.
Yep.
I just put a question in the chat. I realized you haven't
sorry.
seen it, but is that every Saturday in July?
Well, I've got to talk to John because the first Saturday we're actually coming back from down. We're going away for a week down to, I don't know where we're going, somewhere in New South Wales. So I might be driving that morning, so it might have to be the first Sunday and then Saturdays. But I'm looking at it going, well, do we do an evening? Like at the moment we got Tuesday night or a Friday night, but everyone's tired on a Friday night. Sundays I've got 2 markets, and I'm just like, I'm trying to work out when we can do it. So yeah, I'm looking at Saturdays at the moment.
Maybe it's a 20-minute thing.
A 20-minute? We could do 20 minutes?
I don't know.
Okay.
Just an idea.
Okay. Thank you. 20-minute we could do. Okay, so to show you the boards app, I'm hoping people are using it. I'm using this a lot, as I am Life Steps. The magic, everybody, is in using it. You have to use it. Otherwise, it will not do everything it's meant to do. But I want to show you, when you click in here, down the bottom here, going down, is the sharing YL folder, which is quite, it's growing. And I'm going to click on it so I can hopefully, okay, here it is. So I want to show you what I've put in here, right? Are you ready? So enrolling new members. For years, I've just had everything printed out, like typed out, and I've realized that isn't very practical because most people just look at it and it's like too many words, and especially if, there's overloaded mums and they're just like, I can't understand that. And so what I have done, if it's going to come up, it might be a while. I did post about this also in the Dreamcatchers business group, but I realized not everybody's seeing everything there. Let's just see if it's going to bring it up. This is a very practical step-by-step guide. You can either print it off or you can just share it, download it, whatever. Hang on, still thinking. And it's got pictures from the actual... Okay, that did not work. It's got pictures from the website. So this shows you step 1, step 2, and then it has the picture of what they're actually looking at on the screen. Has anyone actually seen that? Had a chance to look at that yet? Mary Kate's thumbs up. Fabulous. Somebody got a message. Okay, I don't know why it's not. The internet tonight is not. Oh, I'm going to breathe. It's not working properly. Okay. Maybe I can bring that up in some other way. No, no, I can't. Okay, please have a look at it. So sharing YL, when you go into sharing YL and enrolling new members, I've only got that one thing in there right now because I'm trying to, what I'm aiming to do is to really simplify, strip this back and simplify it. And this is a system, right? It's to make things much easier for you and your new members. Okay, let me go back. I don't know why this is not working. This is really frustrating me now. All right, so in there as well are welcome kit resources. So for those of you, and I will talk about more about this in the members' first 30 days. There it is, welcome kit resources. I'm going to hopefully bring that up and show you. And you can pick and choose what you want from here, right? But I always like to include the Essential Rewards gift guide, an actual printout. They also get this in email form from me, and I'll run through this in the next training. And oh, that getting started well, that's what that used to be. Forget that. Okay, the redeemable items list, what they can redeem points for. It depends what they buy, right? But there's a uses for essential oils, but there's some useful stuff in there, so have a look. And also I want to show you what I'm going to be running at Andrea's place on Sunday is a make and take workshop for the wellness collection bundle, right? So in the classes and workshops folder in this in sharing YL, under sharing YL, you'll see there's videos that I shared, by the way. If you haven't watched these, you need to watch these. These are from last year's convention by top, like Diamonds. Kylie Bryant, by the way, is one of the best at running workshops. And her team, oh my God, this is how they build. And they're fantastic at it. So there's some great tips in there. But when you click on the Wellness Collection Workshop, and what we're going to be doing for Andrea's little group, we're going to be making 4 items. And so in their little bags, they're going to be getting their containers. They're going to be having, they're going to be getting a little Ningxia sachet, a little freebie. They're going to be getting, I'm looking over there. They will have an order form, which is a simplified order form. And I'm hoping it'll bring this up. And they'll get a recipe booklet, like it's 4 pages, 2 double-side pages, all featuring wellness collection oils. So it's got diffuser blends and it's got a bunch of recipes, and we are going to be making 4 out of all the recipes there. And the whole idea is for them to see that, oh my gosh, there are so many things they can make just from that bundle, right? And does anyone else have the wellness collection bundle at the moment? Right, so what I am doing, and Andrea's going to see me do this, and I'm going to get her to help me do this. I'm not taking any script. I'm literally just using the little booklet that's in that pack. And I'm going to have my recipes there, and I'm going to go, oh, we're going to make a salt scrub, and we're going to be putting ylang-ylang and whatever we're using. And then I'm going to open the booklet up, like the little booklet up, and read what ylang-ylang it says. So they're going to learn about the oils as they go, and they're going to see that I'm just using the booklet. It's not coming out of my head. I'm not super clever. I'm just literally using the resources. So this is super duplicatable, right? Is this everyone following me? Okay, for some reason, Boards is not excellent. Thank you for nodding your head, Sarah. Really appreciate it. Boards is not cooperating, so I can't actually show you what's in the folders, which is very annoying. But the last thing I want to show you, and I'm very excited about this. So Botanica Tribe came out in force at Vietnam. The majority of ranks were actually executive, and most of them ranked up to executive in the incentive run. When they're about on the trip, there were 62 qualifiers. 5 were senior stars. I would guess about 25 to 30 were executives. Right? They're fairly new business builders, really. For the run, and a lot of them are on their first incentive trip. There were about 3 or 4 silvers, and there are 5 golds, and I was one of the golds. And some of these people, by the way, were guests of other people. Like some golds were a guest of a diamond. And then there were platinums, diamonds, and some crown diamonds, and one Royal Crown diamond. Now, I didn't get to chat to any of them until once I did my business presentation. It was suddenly like everybody didn't. Suddenly the trust factor was huge, and I had all these young women coming up to me saying, "Oh my God, you're amazing. You said so much that resonated with me," and suddenly they were talking to me. And one of the things that I heard one of them say was a business preview video. So what they do, and the number one thing that the Botanica tribe are doing well is they're sharing the business is the number one thing that they are selling. They are not huge on product education. They are huge on business. And we need to start doing, we need to be more proactive with the business. So what they do is they shoot somebody a short business preview video that's already pre-recorded. They don't invite them on to something live. They just say, you need to see this. Like if you love these products, or if you're, if you need some income, you need to watch. They just say to them, you need to watch this, and they shoot it through to them. So I have now recorded, and I want you to remember, this is just the first attempt at this, right? It won't be perfect. It isn't perfect, but it's 10 minutes. That's pretty much the shortest that I could do. And I'm covering like 4 main things. And I actually thought to myself, what does a brand, like what does somebody who has no idea about Young Living, maybe they're completely new to network marketing, what do they need to know? They need to know what the business is about, basically how you would do the business, and what are the ways, how much can you, like, how do you make money, why Young Living, and what the next step is, right? I'm covering 4 things. So that is in here. It's in, I'm just going to tell you. So sharing Young Living's income opportunity. This one here with the diamond. I'm going to click on it and see if it actually comes up. Oh, it came up. Excellent. Okay. It's this video here, Biz Preview. It's 10 minutes. And what this is going to then spill onto, this is going to be part of a system that I'm going to build for everybody, is that if someone watches it and they say, yes, I'm interested in the next step, I'm interested in finding out more, then we will have an income opportunity video. Because this is automation. We need to automate this, because not everybody, like some people, if we've got something happening in a month's a long time for them to wait. Some people are going to be like me, red, and want to jump, right? So an income opportunity video, and then it will spill on to a getting started video. If they're ready to get started, we'll have something for that. And then I will update the compensation plan video as well. So I'm going to encourage everyone here. This is your homework for me. I would love you, please, to watch this 10-minute video by the weekend sometime, and let me know. Like, just say, yes, I've watched it, and maybe let me know what you think, or just say, right, I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear some feedback, because I literally just threw this together yesterday. It was in my head, and I thought, oh, I can do this next month. And I thought, no, I need to do it now. So if you could possibly set aside 10 minutes and just watch that, that would be amazing. And I'm going to encourage you to share it with some people too, if you're brave enough, and just say, hey, can you check this out? It's new. What do you think? Is there anything that, we need to add? Get some feedback from people. What do we think about that? Do you think that's possible? Okay, I'll reword that. Who is prepared? Who thinks they could watch it? I'm looking at the chat. I'm just. Oh, they fall in love with the products. Yeah. Okay, cool. Definitely. Okay. All right. I didn't get to chat to all about the products, although I did get in a very warm pool with a few of them. Anyway. All right. So, okay. So a little activity. If you've got pen and paper, I want you, do not overthink it, to jot down 10 names right now of people that you could share that video with. They don't have to do the business. It could just be people that you go, hey, this is something that a friend of mine's put together. It's designed for new people. I've been doing this a while. Maybe can you have a look at it and tell me if there's anything that when you watch it, is there anything you're still wondering about? We'd just love some feedback. Or you might have members and you might go, look, I know you love the product. You're on the Essential Rewards. Would you check this out? Let me know what you think. 10 people right now. Go. I'm going to give you, I don't know what, 30 seconds. And I'm going to ask you also to include your butterflies list, which means butterflies is that feeling you get in your tummy when you think of somebody and think, oh my God, could I really send that to them? Are they like, these are people that make you nervous about sending them. We've all got them on our list. Maybe not Mary Kate. Mary Kate's pretty gung-ho. But most of us, he's laughing. Most of us have one or two people that were like, oh my God, like I could never send that to them. But if they said yes, they would be a real coup for your organization, right? They could really, and generally they're people with networks, or generally they're people that are really strong personalities or really strong leadership potential, right? 10 names minimum. I'm going to give it another 10 seconds. How are we going with that? Hopefully all good. Give us a thumbs up when you're done. Okay, we're going to move on. Anyone done it? 10 names? Smash them out? Yay! Good on Amanda. Right, so this is the second part of your homework, and it may be a bit scary, but you're going to watch the business preview webinar, right, by the weekend, and then you are going to feel the fear and do it anyway and send this off to people and say, hey, this is something I've just checked out. I thought of you. Your name popped up in my head when I watched it or when I thought of it. Would you do me a favor and check it out and let me know what you think? That's all you have to say. Remember what Mary said, by the way, if you for the ladies that were at Mary Young, what she said to people? Just saying, hey, I thought of you. And it's true. You have thought of them. So that is your 2-part homework. All right. So for our team strategy, woohoo! Focusing on immune health and winter wellness. Here is the, and this is actually in the boards app. I will also share this in the files in the Dreamcatcher Sharers group on Facebook. So we're kicking it off. I know I'm running a little bit late because I was sick last week, but this week start posting, sharing stories about immune health, maybe some pain points, what affects our immune system, get creative, like stress affects our immune system, right? And another list of people to invite to your webinar, so our webinar together. So it may definitely include the people that came last time. Hopefully they've got some people, let them know, hey, we're doing this. And it doesn't have to be just, people that are interested in immune health. It can be anybody, okay? Members as well. So we have a team training call tonight. That's why that's on there. Right. I'm looking at that going, huh? That's tonight. Next week, you can tell I've been sick, can't you? Next week, been laying in bed thinking too much about all this. Next week, I'm going to suggest you share some ways to support your family's immune systems, like thieves, Ningxia, just in your stories. And don't just post it and go, I love this stuff. I saw someone do that recently, and I'm like, no, share a link with it, like from the Life Steps app, or share a little like fun fact about it, like educate them, right? Or maybe I just recently said to someone about Ningxia, and her child isn't able to super sensory, and I said, well, you can make it into gummies. She doesn't like drinking water or fluids. So I said, make it into gummies. So fun fact, you can make Ningxia gummies, maybe a recipe, right? And we have our coaching call next week as well. And then in the third week, I can't believe we're almost in June. Oh, it's only a couple of weeks till June. I will have by this point, by the end of the month, I will have a graphic and the Zoom link for you all to share for this. And that Tuesday night, that's when we're going to do a deep dive into maximizing a new member's first 30 days. And I also forgot to mention on there, we are also going to talk about Facebook pop-up events as well on that team training. But the next team training, ladies, is going to help you with anybody that decides to get started. This is going to really help you set them up really well as well. And then week 4, this is the week of the webinar. We're going to personally invite people to it if you haven't already. And create some FOMO, create some like fear of missing out. I don't know if any of you saw with the last one, I actually posted because I was blown away by how many people did register. And I was posting about this going, wow, I'm so excited. Like more people have registered than I thought. This is fantastic. So I was posting about that, like doing stories for about a week and a half before, like leading up to that, to create that curiosity around it. I will record it, and then based on what we talked about in the reflection call last time, the recording of that webinar will be available for 1 week only until Sunday, midnight, Sunday, the 22nd of June. Now, I thought, oh, it'd be good if we could just do it for 48 hours, but realistically, everybody, it's a Sunday afternoon session, and I'm just thinking of mums with kids at school in the first 2 days of the week. Most of them will not get onto it. So I'm going to allow the week again. And then a feedback survey will be emailed out sometime on Monday that day with the recording. What am I saying? Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry. The following, what am I saying? Okay, I should have changed that. The feedback survey will be emailed on the following day. That should not say the 16th of June. That should say the 10th of June. That should be in the last column. Oh my God, my brain. Doing too much today. Anyway, feedback will be, the survey will go out, the recording will go out to everybody, and then you're just following up with your guests. And we're going to have a reflection call again, like we did last time, for half an hour leading into the group coaching call on that Tuesday night. Okay, and then at the end of the month, sorry everybody, some more follow-up on customer service. Anybody, any questions about that timeline there, or any suggestions or concerns? Nope, all good? Okay. Groovy. Yeah? Okay, moving on. All right, Vietnam, here we go. So I came away from it. I'll tell you honestly, on the trip, I felt like the older lady, because there were lots of young ones, lots of little kids running around. And I came into it going, oh my gosh, I was the only one. I felt like I was the only one without any team there. And for those of you that have been on incentive trips, you will understand this when there's only 1 or 2 of you and there's like these huge teams. And I really came away from the whole trip with a real sense of, wow, new appreciation for I have to say, I'm going to be honest, my experience and what I brought, and a new appreciation for other people as well, and to have 4 diamonds. So Naomi Wells, Katie Cole, Beck Kinderman, and Luna Flowerday saw me on the Friday, pulled me aside on the way to the pool. She was actually almost in tears talking to me about how much my presentation meant to her. So to have 4 diamonds say to me what they said to me, I was like, okay, I felt really great about what I'm doing for this team. So I really hope you enjoy this. Are you ready? I'm gonna tweak it. There were some things I said in Vietnam, I know, because it was in the room, but I'm going to start and we're going to look at the time. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep to the same time. So building a sustainable business for the long term. Hello, everybody. I said I am truly honored and grateful. And I'm going to say this to you. I am honestly so grateful that you have come tonight to listen to this. I asked them how many have been doing the business for longer than 5 years, hands up, and then less than 5 years. And it was I'd say about 2/3 were less than 5 years in the room, and about 1/3 were more than 5 years. So I first joined Young Living in 2011, and there was always an interest in the business for me. but serious health issues held me back until in 2014 I decided to get started and figure it out as I went along. And that was 11 years ago, 4 general managers ago. And when I said this, there was an audible gasp in the room. A lot of these people didn't even know who Kristen Todd was. So for those of you that have been around that long, I've seen a lot of changes and people come and go. And I've had incredible highs and some heartbreaking lows in my business. And in being asked to speak on this topic, I've reflected on the last 11 years, who I knew in Young Living way back when compared to who I still see showing up for their business today. I've reflected on why I am still here, and I'm going to share my top 7 tips for you as to how you can still be here in 10 or 11 years. So and I said a quick disclaimer, I'm not a business expert. Feel free to ignore or take any of this advice with a grain of salt if you need to. Sorry, bit of a frog in my throat. So the first one is that consistency trumps intensity every single time. Take it from someone who has burned herself out and is wiser for it. This business is a marathon, not a sprint. And everyone needs to work out what's sustainable for them and to take into consideration the season of life that they are in. And so to avoid burnout, you have to understand that there are times to run, there are times to jog, and there are times to walk in this business. But the key thing is always to keep on moving. You do not stop. You have to keep on moving, because if you stop, it is 10 times harder to get going again. So, and there have been times that I've crawled, like literally, but I would do 1 or 2 things a day when I was crawling. I would always be doing something on my business, whether it be messaging somebody, reaching out to somebody, posting something. I would be doing something. So I love these 2 quotes from Ride Like a Girl. Have any of you seen this movie? No? None of you? Wow. Okay. This is part of your homework. So have any of you ever thought to yourself, I should be at a higher rank by now. I should be earning more money by now. I should have more team by now. I should have more business builders by now. Because these 2 quotes really have helped me so enormously from this movie. It's not just about speed, it's about patience. And the only odds that matter are the odds you give yourself. I'm going to start crying. Because when you take radical responsibility, and I did cry. Oh my God, I started the whole thing crying, didn't I? And then they cried with me, and then they cheered me, and it was wonderful. But when you take radical responsibility for your own business, and what I mean by that is where there are gaps, where you see there is a need for something, you step in and you are proactive and you don't wait. You are going to really you're going to really move your business and you're going to grow yourself, especially when things aren't great, right? That's the mark of a great leader, is when things aren't great, how often you can pick yourself up and back yourself on things. My second tip is to prioritize your health, because we are in the health and wellness business. So note that I'm not saying to ever drop this business for the sake of your health. If you feel like your health is suffering because of this business, I have news for you. It's not the business that's the problem. It's the way you are engaging with the business that is the problem. And this was a huge aha moment for me when I realized this, because you are your own boss. So it is important to know to prioritize sleep and rest, nervous system support and emotional support. And it was interesting in the room, I asked them how many of them had seen the stress webinar, The Science of Stress. Have any of you not yet watched that recording? If you haven't, you have to. You absolutely 100% have to. And a few people nodded and said, yes, I have, but the rest of them were like, no. And I'm like, oh my God, you all need to. And because I was also talking to a lot of people that had really pushed themselves to get to that, on that incentive trip. So they understood what I was talking about by when I talked about, handling stress as well. But it's really important when we're weighing it all up, right, with what we're doing in our work, with our other and being in with our family, our relationships, etc. Third tip is to develop resilience and grit. Prepare for disappointment and setbacks. If you're in this industry long enough, this will happen. No ifs or buts, and it will happen over and over and over and over again. Don't be surprised or shocked when faced with criticism, judgment, or possible jealousy, and don't let life take you out of this. The longer we can endure discomfort and frustration, the greater our chances of lasting in this business. And our head is the only thing that can take us out of this. So to share with you, I'm hoping you can see, I'm going to try and reduce my pictures. Hope you can see this whole picture here. Most people quit in this business at the first arrow, and that's before silver. Most people quit before silver. And they quit when it feels really hard, and what they don't realize is with just a little bit of a more of a push, they can really push on and get the results they want. That's when the majority quit, and then they say, this business doesn't work. This isn't for me. I'm not good enough. There must be something wrong with me. And they stop showing up. And then the ones that do make it over the hill past silver, where it gets messy, and maybe they reach gold or platinum, and then it rocks back because it's business, and they might lose some rank. They might have some leaders walk away. They might have whatever happen, and it gets messy. They then quit. That's what I'm seeing right now. And I was honest in the room, and I said this. I said, I'm seeing a lot, and people know, I'm just saying it realistically. People know. There are a lot of gold and platinum leaders in this company that have just got caught up in their heads about it. And they've either gone to other companies or they're just telling themselves, no, can't do this. And there's a reason why less than 0.01% make it to diamond or above. And it's because they have learned to handle their emotions. And that's why I became a coach for this team, and to endure frustration and disappointment. And as I said before, you must have the ability to back yourself, but you also need a bigger why. At this second arrow, you need to have a purpose. You need to serve a purpose bigger than yourself. And your why at the beginning might change. Your why could change 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 times. It doesn't matter if it changes. But if you don't serve a purpose bigger than yourself, your head will take you out of this 100%. If it's just about smaller things, right? So there needs to be a bigger purpose. Number 4 is to prepare for hard seasons financially. This really hit a lot of people. A lot of people said to me this was their favorite thing that I said. Budget. Make sure that your business has the funds required, and know that it's important to keep investing in it as your business grows. Have a buffer money-wise, like an emergency fund, so that you can keep investing in yourself and your business even as your paycheck drops. And the biggest mistake I've seen people make in this business is they rank up, and when they reach silver, they get a really big paycheck compared to what they had been getting, and they go, woohoo, I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy myself XYZ and I'm going to spend it, instead of investing it back in the business. And I'll tell you honestly, I invested every single cent and more that I made until I was gold. I did not pay myself, apart from my 100 PV order, I did not pay myself a single cent until I was gold. That was a tip Kylie Bryant gave me. She did the same. So I was also investing in the business heavily at the beginning. I was spending more investing in my business at senior star and executive than I was earning. And a lot of people think they should be earning the money that they can invest in their business. And it just, for most people, it won't work that way. So avoid upgrading your lifestyle too soon. And I have what's called a Bizmojo account, which made everyone laugh in the room, but I call it Bizmojo. So in my bank, my business bank account, I've got little like sub accounts, and my Bizmojo account, I squirrel away a bit of money each month, and that is my money that I get to make sure that I'm on a plane. I've got accommodation. I can get myself to rise. I've already got the money set aside. So when the time comes and Young Living announces something, it's not an if, it's not a but. I'm there because I've already got the funds. Number 5 is to pivot and be flexible. So I built the Silver via classes and workshops. I'm now also doing a monthly market and some social media. My advice is to be open to opportunities outside your comfort zone, even if they're different to what others around you are doing. And this is what I did see in the Botanica Tribe. They're no longer all doing social media. A lot of them are doing live classes and workshops as well. Actually, one lady talked to me, she wants to do a market and she's a teacher. And lots of teachers and lots of hairdressers on that trip, by the way. I know I'm stepping to the side a bit and saying that, but teachers and hairdressers were everywhere on this trip. I couldn't believe it. So even if what you do is different to what others around you are doing, if you feel passionate about it, then do it. If you think it'll work, then do it. You've got to take a risk. You've got to back yourself because you never know what you can learn and how you can grow long term from it. I was told at Senior Star that what I was doing was not going to work by my 2 uplines. 2 uplines, including one of my diamond leaders, told me it was not going to work because nobody in their team had built via workshops before. And then I get to Silver and they go, okay, what are you doing? How are you doing that? So you can't listen to everybody. And I would say to you, I would be the first one to say, if you want to try something, go and try it if you're passionate. My 2 top, I saved my best 2 for last, I think. My 2 top tips. Decide ahead of time what your definition of success is. Actually, Luna Flowerday told me this was her favorite. So this is massive. And I know some of you have heard me talk about this before, I'm sure. And the reason I say this is that I've met more than one diamond, crown diamond or royal crown diamond, who isn't happy with their life. And they're not successful. On the outside looking in, they are. They've got the rank, they've got the income, but they don't have the fulfillment in their life. Maybe their relationships, maybe their health has suffered, right? So you have to decide what your definition of success is. And it can be at any rank at any time. You can decide to be successful right now if you are grateful for where you are. And so a question for you that I want you to consider for a moment is, what's your idea of winning? Is it making it on an incentive trip? Or is it deeper or broader than that? Because I've been on incentive trips and not felt successful. It doesn't take an incentive trip to feel successful. Is it based on someone else's definition of what success should be like or look like? Is it based on rank? Is it based on income? Is it based on followers? Is it based on leaderboards? Or is it something deeper within you? Why are you in this business? And why will you stay in this business no matter what? These are questions to really think carefully about. Usually, personally, for me, I'm a success if I'm still in the game and I'm still a positive role model for you guys, my team, and my children, and everybody else in Young Living. That's why I'm a success, right? It is so beyond the rank or the money or anything else for me. I am winning by engaging and helping others. I am successful if I, as a wife and mother, my family are doing well, right? That's the number one thing that's important to me. And this business feeds into that. I am learning, and I said to everybody in the room, and I'll say this to you, if you can get your children along to events, bring them to events, right? As they grow. My 2 kids now, the comments I got today at parent-teacher interviews, and I know this about them, they are exceptional, but they are exceptional because they are coming to Young Living events. They are exceptional because I am sharing videos. I'm getting them to read. Angus, I'm paying him to read Atomic Habits and The Invaluable Laws of Growth by John Maxwell. I'm learning these things from these events, right? And I'm sharing it with my kids. So I encourage you to do that because it will have such a broader impact, this business, than you can possibly imagine on your family. And my battery's about to run out, so I'm going to quickly plug that in and get on to my last point. And you know I've said this, invest in your mindset. So remember the ride like a girl quote, the most important thing is the odds that you give yourself. I would actually tweak that to the most important thing is the story you tell yourself. Because this business is built upon moment after moment after moment after moment. And you never know. And it's all thousands of moments, right? You might have heard me say this before. Small little moments that you may not realize at that moment is going to have a profound impact down the track. Know that your mind is your greatest challenge, and it is the number one thing. It is the only thing that can take you out of this business and cause you to quit. It's it. Nobody else can cause you to quit. Only you. So it's all about the stories our brain offers us in any given moment and how we deal with them, what we do with them, and what we make them mean. And you are a fantastic leader, no matter what rank you are at. If you can master that and get yourself up every time you have a fall or a setback and turn that story around, you will make it. Read books. We all received a bookmark at Mary Young's event for a reason. Listen to podcasts. Get yourself a coach or a mentor, and you've got me. You've got me as a coach. I didn't actually mention that I was a coach in my speech. But these are some questions to consider. Who am I in the process of becoming as you do this business? And that isn't just in the business. That is in your life, in any other role that you're playing, whether you are a wife, mother, aunt, work colleague. Who are you becoming? Are you taking radical responsibility for your business? Have you placed conditions on staying in this business? Because I've heard some people say in the past, oh, I gave myself 2 years and I told myself if I can't do it in 2 years, I'm going to quit. Well, what if it doesn't happen? What if in 2 years things don't happen? Because I told myself, yeah, I'm going to be diamond by 50. I'm 50 now. I'm not diamond yet. I'm staying in it no matter what because I love it that much. It's not now. It's not about rank for me. So what conditions? Have you placed conditions on it? Because if those conditions, they will take you out as well. Your brain will take you out. And what's my level of frustration tolerance? And I had one lady in the front laugh and go, what do you mean? Like just with the business? I said, no, with everything. With your family, because everything in your life can spill into your business because you are your business. So if you feel frustration in one area of your life, you've got to be careful that it doesn't spill into other areas of your life. What's your level of frustration tolerance? It's a big one. And then I finished by sharing 3 books that have made a big difference for me, which is Pivot to Purpose, Atomic Habits, and The Invaluable Laws of Growth. And I said to everybody, and I genuinely mean this, I hope that I see all of them here in 10 years' time, because it was really confronting. It has been really, I say confronting. It's been upsetting for me to see some leaders that I thought were going to be in this no matter what, no longer around for whatever reason. So I hope that was valuable for you. I can't believe it's 2 minutes to 9. Thanks, Mary Kate. And yeah, so it was very interesting hearing the feedback from people. And then to even hear it from corporate. And Cindy Hardcastle pulled me aside on the Friday night and said, wow, everyone I've talked to has said yours was the absolute 100% favorite. So there you go. I'm like, oh, and then one lady said to me, she meant it as a compliment, young lady, came up to me on the Friday night. She went, oh, I definitely, can I connect with you on Facebook? I need to follow an older, wiser woman. And I'm like, okay. I know, Mary Kate. She's just, she's a young thing. Like I'm talking.
Embrace it. Embrace
I
it.
did. I have. I actually felt like I was like a grandma. I know it's terrible to say, but they're all like, she was like 23. She's just popped out, like literally, she's had 2.5 week old, oh, no, 2 month old baby. She's like popped out a baby, and I'm just looking at her going, oh my God. So yes, I am embracing it. So hope you got a lot, hope you got something out of that. Food for thought. And are we excited about our team strategy? Because I am. I'm excited about getting back into it. And coaching call on Tuesday night. So for our coaching call on Tuesday night, I'm actually going to ask you guys to actually think to yourself, actually consider, because a lot of people are showing up to coaching calls in the past and they don't know what they're showing up. They haven't got a question or they haven't got a problem. I want you to really think about this. I sat in a parent-teacher interview this afternoon with my son. Bless him, love him. But in English, and I didn't have to be there. He's doing great, but he's getting a B, right? Which is fine. It's very hard English. But the teacher asked him, she said, so what do you think? And he just went, I don't know. He said, my brain's tired. And I looked at him and I'm just like, you decided to come along with me. And I said, do not tell me your brain is too tired to answer this question. And she said, are you more analytical or creative? And he went, I don't know. Mum, what do you think? And he threw it to me, right? So what he's doing is, his brain is going, it's too hard. I'm going to get Mum to answer the question. And I said to him, no. I said, I know what you are, but you're going to think about it and you're going to answer the teacher. And so he had to sit there and feel uncomfortable and work it out. And so I want you to sit in the discomfort, ladies. Mary Kate's smiling. I want you to sit in the discomfort and think, okay, what am I uncomfortable about doing? Because that is what you need to bring to coaching. You need to bring something that you are uncomfortable about to the coaching call, and then we'll talk about it. Okay? Does that help? I'm hoping it helps. And by discomfort, and I want you to actually pay attention to this, where it comes up in your body. And that's something that we can also talk about as well, because people feel discomfort in different ways, right? Sometimes it's a tightness in our chest. Sometimes it's a sinking feeling in our stomach. Sometimes it's like we want to puke, right? I did not feel discomfort about the talk that I've just done in Vietnam until literally 60 seconds before when they started reading my bio and introducing me. And suddenly I then felt like my stomach dropped and I'm like, oh my God, I've got to actually get up and talk. I had practiced it and everything. I was super calm until 60 seconds before. And that just told me, okay, I care about this, feel the fear, do it anyway, right? So sit with the discomfort and think, okay, what am I uncomfortable about doing? It could be to do with somebody, talking to somebody. It might be completely different, right? Or maybe it's about the results that you want that you're not getting. It doesn't matter. Don't overthink it. But your job is to come with something that you want to discuss. Okay? Because I'll be honest with you, I did not pay $5,000 to do a coaching course and then hop on a coaching call and sit there and go, okay, who wants to be coached? And no one has anything to bring me. I can't, in that moment, I can't draw it out. It's, I'll be honest, it's a waste of time for me to try and pull it out of you. You're going to have to do some work beforehand. Is that making sense? I'm giving you a loving little kick up the butt. Thank you, Mary Kate. Because I am here, honestly, and I have walked away from Vietnam, ladies. I've come home from Vietnam so much more confident in myself that what I'm bringing for you in this team is incredible if you show up. I promise you. Because I see these other teams, I'm like, oh my God, they're not getting coached. Imagine if they're getting coached. Okie dokie. Mary Kay said, Any thoughts before we go? I know I haven't even left time for any discussion. I'm so sorry. I did pack a lot in. She's going, awesome. Okay, so business preview. This is your homework. Business preview, watch the video, share it with 10 people. You get extra points if you share it with more. But track it. write down their names and actually if they respond. Okay? By the way, don't be disappointed if they don't respond. Don't be disappointed if they say no thanks. That's okay. You're going to pat yourself on the back because you are taking action. Right? You are winning because you are putting it out there. Right? You're a winner because you're doing that. Not because of the result on the other side. You're a winner before you even get onto that. And team call. All right. Mary Kate's like, yeah, excellent. And Andrea's like, I'm not too sure about that. Gorgeous. All right. Thanks, ladies. I'm sorry. I know I've talked a lot. Would anyone like to say anything? I'm sick of the sound of my own voice. No? Okay. Mwah. I will see Andrea on Sunday. It's her daughter's birthday today, and she's here. And so you'll see pictures of us having fun on Sunday at the workshop. Woohoo! All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I haven't even read the chat. Oh my God. Hang on. Okay. I'm going to escape and I'm going to stop the recording.